So, RNaught value is how many patients one can be infected from one patient. So, if the RNaught value is 3, that is of Omicron, it's highly infectious. RNaught value is how many patients one can be infected from one patient. So, if the RNaught value is 3, that is of Omicron, is highly infectious. The RNaught value of Delta was slightly low, it was about 1.69. So, that means that Omicron is highly infectious, it transmits faster, it can involve a larger population, and it is to be curtailed as early as possible, because once the denominator increases, the numerator will also increase. So, whatever the ratio might be for severe patient, if the number increases, we might have more number of patients. Our precautions remain more or less same, whether it was alpha, beta, delta, or now Omicron, whatever the strain comes, the COVID appropriate behavior. There's a social distancing, applying the mask, hygiene, there's a hand hygiene, and above all, the vaccination should be at place. So our precautions remain more or less whatever the strain comes. Of course, even if it is a milder variety, that doesn't mean that we have to change our precautions. We have to take all the precautions there. See, the Omicron variant is slightly newer variant. It has just come from South Africa, the Gauteng district where it started. Now, one might think they have a milder symptom because it doesn't involve the lungs. It is mainly involving the throat infection. So, what happens is, because the lungs are not much involved, there are less chances of hypoxia, that is low oxygen, less chances of pneumonia as compared to Delta. But still, since it transmits faster, it still remains a very, very important variant to tackle with. Second wave was bad when we had burnt our fingers because there was lack of beds, lack of oxygen, but this time we are better prepared. Our healthcare infrastructure has improved. We have now experienced that how to tackle with this COVID. We also know how to arrange for everything, and that's why we are better way this time. Moreover, this Omicron variant which has come now, though it is spreading faster, but it is requiring less of oxygen. So I hope this time we'll be able to defeat it. And moreover, our population is vaccinated this time, and hence we don't expect to be of severe variety. Vaccination is the only way forward. Look at all the pandemics or epidemics in the past. Let it be a smallpox or polio. It was vaccination which prevented its spread, and because of that vaccination we are all here. Similarly, this COVID-19 now, we had not much time to prepare for the vaccination, so it is all fast forward, and we know that even if you have the infection, I hope you don't contract one, but even if you have an infection, but if you are vaccinated, the severity of the infection is much, much, much less. And there is enough data to prove, not only in India, all over the world, that if all those vaccinated people, there are less chances of getting a severe disease, less morbidity, and less mortality.